Blake with Texas Bee Supply here. Today we're going to take a look at how to install a package of bees. The first thing you want to do is make sure your hive is ready. So we've got our new hive here. We've got our feeder, which is really important because these bees are going to need food as quickly as possible after we install them. We've got 8 frames inside the hive, and what I'm going to do first is I'm going to remove the middle 3 frames. So take the middle 3 frames out and set them aside, and this is where we're going to dump our bees. The next thing to take a look at is the package itself. So you've got the package of bees, and there's a couple things we need to do to this package before we're ready to dump it into the hive. Now when you get your bees, they may be clustered tightly in the package if it's chilly, or they could be running around buzzing wildly if it's a warmer day. And so you want a spray bottle with some light 1-to-1 sugar water in it. And we're just going to give these bees just a quick spray. Now you don't want the bees to be dripping. You just want them to be slightly moist so they calm down a little bit. So we'll give them a couple sprays on both sides just to calm the bees down. And next you're going to give it a gentle tap to knock the bees to the bottom of the cage. So just like that. Then you're going to pop the cover off. And now inside you're going to see this is the bees' food. So this is the syrup that they've been eating during transit. And there's going to be a little piece of wire here, and this wire is connected to your queen. And so you want to get the queen out. So you're going to remove the syrup container, and there's going to be some bees with it. You're going to remove the queen, give it a quick shake to get the bees off. Here she is. And then you're going to put the syrup container back inside. Now we've got our queen bee. Now the queen, there's going to be a cork inside this cage, right here in the nozzle of it. And so this cork, you're going to gently pull it out, being very careful not to release the queen. So pull the cork out and keep your finger over the edge of that cage, just like this. And then you're going to take a mini marshmallow, and you're going to put that mini marshmallow right into that hole in that cage. Now what this is going to do is it's going to let the bees release that queen over a period of a couple of days. So they're going to chew through that marshmallow and release that queen. Now once we've got the cage at this point with the mini marshmallow inside and the queen, we're just going to set it aside for a few minutes, and we're going to install that queen at the very end of the process. So for now we're just going to set her aside, and now we're ready to get the bees into this box. Now if the bees are buzzing again, you can give them a few more sprays of that syrup. Again, you don't want to drench them, you just want to moisten them a little bit. Now the really cool thing about these bee bus cages is the old style cages that were wooden, you had to shake all the bees through this hole to get them out. These cages actually come where you can pop the end open right here. So you're going to get your hive tool, and there's a little door here, and you're essentially going to pop it open, and then we can shake all the bees out from the side instead of from the top. So right before you open this door, we're going to give them another slight jar. We're going to jar them slightly again to get the bees going down. We're going to open that door, shake the bees into the container. Now there's going to be some bees left inside this cage, and that's okay. You can just set it aside and let the bees come out over the next few hours. Now there's a lot of bees in the air, as you can see, and that's perfectly okay. They're getting to run around for the first time in a few days. You're going to gently put your frames back into the hive, just like that, and scoot them all tightly to one side. And then you're going to take your queen bee, and you're going to, using that wire, you're going to insert this cage between 2 frames, shove it tightly back together, and bend this wire over so that it holds that queen cage centered right between those frames. Now this hive is ready to go. Now all the bees in the air, once they smell the queen bee in this box, all those bees in the air, we're going to come back into this hive over the next 30 minutes or so. And so don't worry if a lot of the bees fly around, that's okay. They'll make it back into the hive. With that, you're about done. The next thing that's important to do is just feed this hive. And so we're going to fill up our division board feeder with syrup, put the lid back on, and you're good to go.